Good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. I am Videos. Welcome back to Terraria. What a professional start to the stream. I immediately had to mute myself because I had to burp. Anyway, we apparently left off in a blood moon. That doesn't affect us. We're just building today. Does not affect us in the slightest. So, what do we still have left to do here? We have the space gun, we have the pixel art, we have this hallway, secondary engineering, crafting room overhaul, lower hallway, and Christmas tree room left to do. I'm sure that won't last until all the way until Christmas. What if the Christmas tree is literally the last thing we ever do, and we have to finish it off during Christmas? Get out of my goddamn spaceship. Anyway. Let's work on the hallways today, because why not? We also have to work on the teleporter room just to make it a little bit nicer. We need to add in the other 3 quadrants of the teleporter room. Where does this one go? Oh. Yeah, fair enough. I forgot I actually moved that out of the way. Right? Because we were working on the bosses and stuff like that last time. That's right. That's right. That's what we were doing last time. Hey, because you're right here. I'll just sell you this. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Let's use my time effectively to actually do something useful with my life. How about that? Let's say you do. Let's say we do that. Alright, let's see what do we have in here. A zombie elf banner and a gingerbread man banner. That would be, these are all Frost Moon events. Thank you very much for disposing of them. I think I just am using this one as, yeah, I'm using this as both of these are the same chest, essentially. Because there's too much shit in the Christmas events for a single chest. So we'll put the banners down here with this one. Alright, perfect. I don't really need banner effects for these guys, but I mean, I guess it's kind of useful to have. Thank you once again, Tiara, for absolutely fucking annihilating the wraiths. You know, it was kind of a big brain play to put Princess at the front, because she absolutely annihilates enemies like the wraith. Anyway, all right, let's work on the hallways today, I think, shall we? All right, so we have a problem in that occasionally the water from this thing still overflows into the hallway. So if I turn this on, every once in a while, it still flows into this area. It doesn't seem to make it very far. It does seem to get deleted or only appear as flowing water. But the simple fact is that this is still a bit iffy. Let's dump some fresh water into this. And see if we can maintain our water feature here. No, that's just flowing water out into the hallway now. It's more water than this can handle, and it's flowing into the hallway. It is deleting itself here, but it's... The simple fact is, it's still drying up our water feature. The fact is, our water feature is still one tile too close to the frickin' hallway. Which is unfortunate. Now, I do wonder if this was a full block here instead of a half block, if that would be enough to stop it. So let's test that. Do we have the ability to have, like, the echo goggles or anything like that? I don't think we do, actually. Have the echo goggles on this character. I'm not sure how to get those, honestly. I presume it has something to do with the echo paint, or echo coating. Which is here. If I was to buy the... Oh, you have to be in a graveyard, don't you, for that? Yeah, you do. Okay, that's fine. I'm just not going to bother with that and go get it from the chest instead. That's negative. No, it doesn't actually... It doesn't actually say material on that paint, which means I can't just make it out of that, which means I have no fucking clue how to get it. Alright, well, that's a problem for later, I suppose. Let's... There we go. That is a slope going in there. We can try that. Looks like that did not work. Interestingly, it worked up there, but not down here. Very odd. Very odd. In fact, it seems to be emptying everything out into this hallway now instead of this one. Strange how that works. I think it really shouldn't do that. If I was to pop a hole in this, it would destroy the pump. The pump needs 2 blocks to sit on. But... This is a slight problem, isn't it? How did I even... No. I still want this grand water feature here to, like, exist. I just wish I could make it work better. I'm trying to think of ways to do that. If it was in the center of the room, that would be easier, but then that would be quite difficult to actually work with. I'd have to have it... You know, I feel like I've seen a thing in, like, very fancy buildings where they have, like, a pool. It's like a giant water fountain, right? I could do something like this. And then put the pump in here, like this. Are you fucking kidding me? From a blood moon to a fucking solar eclipse. Because of course it is. And then let me grab our invisible blocks. No, let me do... I need no paint for this. Hang on, I gotta actually take the microphone out of the way. It's currently in the way. Basically, I'm just going to relocate the water feature to the center of the room instead of the side, and that will probably fix our problem. I've forgotten how to play Terraria. I'm going to be honest. Argent conduit walls. I'm going to need the tungsten walls, too, while I'm at it. And then let me grab a platform there for each of these spaces. A little bit of a platform, and then we'll also finally remove this sunflower. It's been a long time coming, removing that sunflower. I really don't... Okay, we got a sunflower in here, that's fine. And then let me grab a... let's see... Maybe a glass platform? That would make the most sense. Should be up here. Glass platform, right there. One of those bad boys. I'm gonna need 2 of them. Thank you. I really should make a walls chest that is specifically all the ones I use for my freaking spaceship. Do I not have any silver brick walls? Interesting. I must have some silver bricks left then. Be under metal. There we go. I say I have lots of silver brick left. I'll just grab like 50 extras of these to hold on to right now. Throw the paint sprayer on. Make some silver brick walls. Add this very convenient crafting chest here. Put the crimtane one back. Thank you very much. Put the glass platforms in. We can make them white. That's fine with me, because it'll match the floor a little bit better that way. Okay, and then I need the echo coating from the paints chest. Like, I don't need much. We're gonna just put the silver brick right here. And a silver brick right here. And we're gonna remove this. We're gonna paint that little spot of the wall white. There we go. And then we're gonna go move the water feature up here. And we're gonna put this dead center in the room. At least above that water feature. So right about here. Actually, it would be very appropriate if I had it coming out of the ceiling to match the one below it. Instead of it just kind of sitting above it, it would just sit up here. And we could do... Let me just remove this whole thing. Okay. I say, Reaper, you can move down for lighting, please. And I'm sorry, but Spiffo, I need you out of the way, please. Thank you. Okay, let's do silver brick here and here. Put the pump up. And then turn off the paint sprayer, do Martian conduit walls. Silver brick walls. I'm going to need paint sprayer on for these. And then silver brick, silver brick. And we'll add in the yellow wire again. Actually, let's go ahead and remove this chunky yellow wire, just to make this look cleaner. Move this up, down, over, and over again. And this needs to extend. Oh, there's already yellow wire down here, apparently. Looks like we're gonna need us a junction box or a wire switch. The easiest way to do this is just to be switched to a different color wire. It's a water feature, so let's use blue wire. I'd prefer if that came down, like, right on top of that. Like, one tile here, right? So right on the edge of the window is where that would have to come down. Okay. We can do that. We just need to flood the whole thing with enough water to actually make that happen. So we need to come down on this tile right here. Whoop. That's not right. That's paint brush. I need paint scraper. Okay. Then, if I can get 2 more glass platforms, that'd be good, too. The same silver brick doesn't have a platform. It's actually kind of surprising silver brick doesn't have a platform. I can use Martian platforms for this, actually. As long as they're painted white, should be fine. Yep, they're fine. Okay. Yeah, we're expecting to be building a fucking water feature today, but that is pretty much what we're doing. We're pretty much always building something in this fucking stream. I refuse to leave this base half finished, you know? So we gotta come back through and fix all the broken things. In this case, that involves spaceships. Best way to make this flow out evenly from here is gonna be doing this and doing this. That way it is even. And we will add in the tungsten wall up there. Turn the paint sprayer off so I don't paint the tungsten. Actually, the tungsten is painted, isn't it? Yeah, the tungsten is painted white. What am I talking about? Boop, boop. There we go. Alright. From there, we can paint, this should be Martian conduit block right here. And here. Okay. Actually, the last one should be Martian conduit as well. Because that's silver down here. The silver is down here, so that should be Martian conduit. Anyway, either way, that is pretty much as good as that's going to get. Let's go ahead and get some water into this thing so we can see what it looks like. So now, even if it overflows, it's not capable of getting out of this room. I like that. There we go. And that way it's not a continuous stream. I don't want it to be a continuous stream. I want there to be that, like, section where you can, like, run through, so to speak. Where it's like, oh, the fountain's on, or fountain's on, and then you go, whoop, and then you're forced to sit here and enjoy the view for a minute. And then fountain turns off. Fountain turns off. Well, now the fountain is apparently running forever. Well, you know what? So be it. The water is running forever now. Perfect. Either way, that's much better than it was before, and it's no longer flooding out of this room, which is the nice part. Which, because it's also contained in the center here, which means we can delete these. And maybe no one will notice. We could move the switch to, like, engineering. Because, also, actually, I want to test. How much water pools at the bottom there when this thing's off? Not enough to pool over the whole thing. Okay, that's good. Because when you turn a Terraria world off, it turns off things like timers. So, that's why we have to restart our engine timer every time we start the game. So, alright, perfect. We could move that timer to engineering, just because it's nice to have all the timers in one place. You know what, let's do that. Let's move the quarter-second timer to engineering. Let's put this guy right here next to this one. And you're already on blue wire. There we go. Just hook that back up. And remove the old wire. We could put a switch there. Excuse you, how the fuck? And there we go. Now we have our running water feature back. Perfect. And it pretty much drains out before it hits the bottom and then starts over. Wunderbar. We have our water feature back. And more importantly, it's no longer flooding the rest of the rooms. Yeah, I didn't think that would work, but I figured I would try. What if we turn that on? What if we turn the shower on? I'm trying to remember which one of these switches turns the shower on. I think it's this one. That turns the lights off in here. That lets the water go. There we go. Here we go. Let's put that ceiling tile back in real quick. I don't know how I accidentally triggered camera mode there. Paint sprayer on. There we go. This one is the pump. There we go. That's the water grates, so that should pump all the water out of here. Yeah, there's a little too much water, it looks like. I don't think I have a sponge, do I? Nope, I ain't got a sponge. I don't have a sponge for water, which is a slight problem. Also, why do I not have a safe up here? Just putting that out here. I should probably have a safe up here, just like permanently. This is the crafting room after all. I only have honey and lava sponges. I don't have a normal sponge. Hey, Blue, welcome to the stream. My ship looks 2D. Well, Terraria is a very two-dimensional game, and I'm not very good at doing things 3 dimensions in Terraria. I'm not very good at that. Either way, Blue, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well today. Let me see here. Alright. I can move this workbench finally, because that's no longer in need. In use, I should say. Let's see. The weird room at the back of engineering is done. So I just wanted to come look at this real quick, make sure there's nothing else I need to do in here. No, this looks pretty fucking done. It's got Crimtane, Demonite, and Chlorophyte. It's got rainbow bricks that are all... Do rainbow bricks jumble every time you fucking restart the game? That's incredibly annoying. Because we had this, they were all this type right here. We absolutely had this fixed. That's really fucking annoying. Good to know. Rainbow bricks jumble every time you restart the game. That means our extra like warp core that charges our batteries, you know, role playing wise, is different every time. I kind of hate that, but I guess it's not bad. Kind of annoying though. Not gonna lie. I just wanted it to glow. Is that so wrong? Is it so wrong to just want rainbows in our warp core? Anyway. I'm actually surprised how well that worked out, honestly. Anyway, at least the platinum brick still looks pretty good there. Alright. Let's take a look at this crafting room, because this obviously is just not gonna work well. Like, this is our specialty crafting room, right? This is gonna take me a second. I'm gonna go pull up a list of all of the crafting stations in the game, so we can go hunt down all the ones we're missing. Terraria, Wiki, GG, crafting stations. I don't want your fucking things. Okay, let's see. Ignoring the special ones, we need a sink in here, interestingly enough. Cooking pot, I'm gonna say that can stay in the galley. We have one of those in the galley, I believe, yes? We don't have one in the bar. That's fine. We have the keg in the bar, which is also a crafting station. We don't have a cooking pot in the galley, actually. We have cake in the galley. The galley up here is just for eating. It's not actually for, like, cooking. We don't have a cooking pot anywhere on the ship, do we? I don't think we do. Okay, so we need a cooking pot. Let's start a list here, shall we? Technically, the cauldron can be used for this as well, but I don't think we have a cauldron either, do we? No. The cauldron is identical but Halloween themed. Yeah, we don't have a cooking pot. We have a cooking pot in one of our chests somewhere. Special crafting. Food, maybe? I wouldn't even know where it would be, honestly. So I don't know why it would be in here. Why are you in here? You're a specialty crafting item, not an arena item. Same goes for you, random extractinator. Interesting. Let's stash all of our walls and shit real quick. Alien workbenches can go up there. Really, tungsten brick walls, huh? That's a new one, huh? Alright. Where do we have an empty space? There we go. Walls 8. Okay. Brain. We already have a imbuing station down here in the witch doctor's house. That's fine. Oh, you know what? Do we have a cauldron anywhere up here? No, we don't. Okay, no one's house has this cauldron. We do have a dye vat in the dye trader's room, so we keep that in mind. Heavy workbench is already up here, which it should not be painted. Why is it painted? Because I am dumb. Yeah, we don't have a cauldron over here either. Okay, perfect. Let's go grab a cauldron. We must have one. We must have left it behind in the old house. Which, are we finally out of the goddamn events? Yeah, we are. Thank God. Yep, we left it behind. It's right here. You're going with me, cooking pot. Alright. Back to the spaceship. Alright, we have our cooking pot. Next on the list of things that belong down here. I mean, the heavy workbench doesn't feel like it really belongs in this area. Like, this is all for, like... I mean, the sawmill is furniture crafting too, though, is the thing, right? Like, this isn't just our crafting area for stuff like that. It's also our sawmill and our loom are in here. I feel like it should be, like, very heavily specialty crafting areas that... you know what? In that case, the cooking pot should belong in this room rather than the other one. Because the cooking pot is useful for all kinds of things. We just haven't had to use it for a while because we've been living off pumpkin pies for eternity. Alright, let's keep going. Demon altar. No. We're not putting a demon altar in the ship. That's just not reasonable. Although, actually... first of all, actually, can you even move a demon altar? I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can move a demon altar in vanilla. I don't think that's a thing you can do. Bookcases, we have those on board. Crystal ball, we have one of those on board. Auto hammer, we have that on board. Ancient manipulator, we have that on board. Table and chair, and workbench and chair. We have multiples of those around. I think we even have them up here, yeah. Let's do... as well as the Tinker's Workbench, of course. The keg. Teapot. How in the fuck do you get a teapot? And where? Teapot. It can be placed anywhere. Recipes. Clay blocks and bones. I had no idea. Makes sense, I guess. Blendomatic. Let me put all these down here. We're gonna go through the whole list and just pile it up in my inventory. Okay, let's see. We don't have a Blendomatic. Really. Solely crafts asphalt blocks. Let me try and remember how to get asphalt blocks. Blendomatic is made... Is it made or is it purchased? Well, we purchased at night. Its sole purpose is to craft asphalt blocks, which are used to run faster when walked on. Who is it purchased from? Purchased from the Steampunker for 10 gold. Well, it is currently night, I think. All the NPCs are stationary, so I'm going to assume it's night. Hello, Minerva. I require a Blendomatic. Thank you. Meat grinder. Have that right here. Bone welder. Glass kiln. Honey dispenser. Ice machine. I saw that in the chest down here. We have one of those. Ice machine. Living loom. We don't have a living loom. Not here, at least. A sky mill. There we go. One sky mill. A solidifier. One solidifier. Decay chamber. We should have one of those. Decay chamber. Flesh vat. Steampunk boiler. We have in like 4 different... Oh, we have a Blendomatic right here. Ignore that. It's fine. A lizard furnace. I don't have one of those. I don't think. Considering it would be right here if I did have one. Steampunk boiler. We have one of those literally right there in the Steampunker's room. Probably should have it in the crafting room as well. You can just grab one from her real quick. Steampunk boiler. Moving back down here. We could do a... Lizard furnace. Where do we get Lizard furnace from? I presume the Lizard temple, yeah? Are always found in Lizard chests in the jungle temple, which means we must have found one at some point. Oh, you know what? It's probably still in either here or the... Not the Golem's chest. Could be in here. Yep, there's 27 of them in here. Let's go ahead and move this down to the specialty crafting chest. And we'll take one out for this. One of each of the liquids. That's not wrong. Is that all of them? Is that all of them? Apparently that's all of them, as well as an extractinator, which I'm going to say yes, we're going to keep an extractinator on hand. Yeah, water, lava, honey. Crafting snow clouds requires the player to be in a snow biome. A sky mill is also required. Being in a graveyard is required for various crafting items. Other crafting stations are also required. See Ectomist for details. Right, yeah, technically we should make it a graveyard. Here we go, other. There we go, extractinator. Chlorophyte extractinator. You can upgrade extractinators? Apparently you can. Shimmer toilets. I guess technically count as a crafting station, which is interesting. To that point, the sink also technically counts as a crafting station. And we have lots of sinks on hand, so we're good there. Do I want to put a sink in the crafting room, though? And more importantly, do I want to move the sawmill to the crafting room? Because the heavy workbench actually can be used to make trap chests, dungeon bricks, tall gate, gem locks, gemstone blocks. Do I move the sawmill and the other one in there? Interesting. I mean, I'd have to try and find a place to put all of these fucking items in this room if I was to move it all into this room instead. Why is this man always on his toilet? Dude, what did you eat that you are always on the toilet? 18 chlorophyte bars at the anvil. That's it. Okay, I can do that. I think I have that many chlorophyte bars probably in here. I only have 8, in fact. I have no chlorophyte remaining. How much chlorophyte do I have in here? 231. Moral and Sally are throwing a party. You know what? Honestly, we fucking need it at this point. Holy shit, it's been dreary here. Because we've been constantly under attack. Where's the chlorophyte extractinator? There it is. Perfect. One chlorophyte extractor. It looks like a steam engine. Does that not look like a tiny steam train? Neat. Anyway. Put away those. I forgot there were candles in there. That's fine. Alright. Let's put... Yeah, we have a lot of space to work with in here, and we have a lot of furniture to work with in here. Let me put it that way. I am gonna put the sawmill, the loom, and the heavy workbench in here. This will be specifically for making potions, flasks, and like our gear, and then this will be for our food items up here. I can't think of any food items that don't require... we can break out a normal furnace. Because it's like, you wouldn't bake pumpkin pie at 8 billion degrees in the adamantium forge, or however hot a fucking hell forge gets either. You would use a normal furnace. So let's get a normal furnace for that. Actually, you can use the fireplaces for it too, can't you? I think you use fireplaces for normal baking. So we'll do that as well. Obviously, we have our workbench and our anvil and our ancient manipulator over there, because that's very important. We have our potions, our food, and then our accessories and ore. I think that makes the most sense, because that way we have our, like, our four basic food groups, so to speak, of Terraria crafting. And then over here, we have all of our furniture, because I'm going to call it gemstone blocks or furniture. Even though that reminds me, I need to go through and add fluorescent lights to everything. I forgot that we're going with the fluorescent lighting in, like, the hallways and shit. Which actually is going to look really good when it's done, I think. Alright. Oh, we gotta go get our piece of cake. From the, party girl. Before I forget. Thank you. Eventually, I'll have enough slices of cake to make a whole cake. The fact that it can be placed is the main reason I want to collect it all. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to put that there. Let's put that not up here. I still love their hard hat rack. That's just one of my favorite little details I think I've ever made. A his and hers hat rack. with helmets on it. Because it's the engineer and the goblin tinkerer. If a room's gonna explode, it's gonna be this one. Anyway, I'd like to work in, like, the design of, like, peace candles into, like, the lights, maybe? Ooh, what if I did put the light fixture? Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I need to work on this room. Obviously, this is a crafting room. What if we also added a door up here? That you can get in on this room as well. Our doors here are how tall? It's been so long since I made the doors originally. It's 5 tall. That's what I thought. Okay, that's 5. That's fine with me. No, they're 6 tall. Whoop. I thought that looked a little odd. I was like, no, that doesn't look right to me. We should put a workbench in the secondary crafting room specifically for making walls. Because actually, that makes perfect sense to me as well. Because it's the furniture crafting room. You would make walls in the furniture crafting room. Which looks so weird without his hat. Anyway. Let's grab... What walls scream crafting to me? Steampunk and alien are usually like my go-to for working on the spaceship itself. For like generic areas of the spaceship. Like think about the infirmary. It's all spaceship tiles. It's all spaceship tiles in the bathroom. It's all spaceship in the tavern. I wonder if I should redecorate the tavern with like a wooden aesthetic instead. Like you step into the tavern, you're stepping back in time, you know? I think I like that idea, but we'll come back to that later. Someone remind me to put that on the list. Hang on. I'm just gonna go do that now, because I will forget. Let's put this on here. Wooden aesthetic in bar. Aiden, the traveling merchant, has arrived. Where is he? He's on the NPC level. He's hanging out with the party girl. You know, that makes perfect sense, given there's currently a party going on. Castle Marsburg. I've never seen that before, I don't think. Exotic chew toy. Someone's a fennec fox. Panda ears. Ghee. I think I already have a chef's uniform. What am I doing? Anti-portal block. Portals cannot be created on the surface of these blocks. Oh. Right, yeah, it's for the portal gun you get from the Moon Lord, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't think about that. I need to get rid of this. Yeah, I already have a chef's outfit down here in the cosmetics area, don't I? Vanity sets, I imagine. Yep, it's right fucking here. Well, you know what? Now I have an extra one to put next to the, I have an extra one to put up here next to the, area. So I can change out into the cook's uniform whenever I'm cooking. Yeah, that's how that works, for sure. Castle Marsburg. I don't think I have that in the paintings chest. It'd be in here if it is. I'm gonna assume I do not. I do not. Wunderbar. That's a new painting. We should look at what it looks like, actually, before we just put it away forever. Oh, it's that. Oh my god, yes. Okay, that's neat. I like that one. Okay. Oh god, there's 2 NPCs in the fucking, party girls room, which means there's twice as much confetti being fired around the base. Great. Love that. Okay. I didn't grab a workbench. The one thing I went over there for was a fucking workbench, and I didn't grab one. I think steampunk or Martian, like I said. I think that's probably the only real 2 options for this. Let's go with Martian. You know, why not both, actually? We could do both. Both is an option. I don't know how many I need for a workbench. How many cogs I need for a workbench. But both is an option. I'm definitely thinking we do a bi-level area here. And we obviously have a stairwell down. You know, I think we go full hog and we do a full Martian like layout in there. How many Martian blocks do I have left at this point? Actually, it's a notable point. How many Martian blocks do I have left at this point? They're not in here. $18. I have 18 Martian conduit blocks left. Just to be clear, they're not in here or my piggy bank. We have to fight aliens. I'm not willing to compromise on my artistic design. You know what I will do, though? Give me another gold chest. It's under chests, which is the blue one. Give me another gold chest, please. And I'm going to grab another gold chest. I'm going to put that above this gold chest rather than in line here. And this is going to be walls, spaceship. We should have done this fucking ages ago. And blocks, spaceship. Should have done this fucking ages ago. And we're going to grab all the Martian conduit, the glass. We don't use clouds. We do use crimtane. That's not crimtane. I'll leave the metal ones inside the metal chest because that also makes sense to find them there. Like, that's perfectly fine with me. I know where they are. They're in the metals chest. What else do we use here? Crystal. We don't really use crystal in the design of the ship, do we? No. We pretty much use silver, tungsten, and Martian conduit block. And glass. Lots of glass. My god, the amount of glass we use in this fucking spaceship is insane. Okay. Blocks. Glass. If we end up getting a new block type that we use, we'll put it in here. That's fine by me. And then walls, we'll add them into there when we have more of them. Like the tungsten ones, actually. It's perfect. Tungsten walls. Okay. Unfortunately, we have to go fight fucking aliens. So let's throw down a chest in the crafting room, and we'll come back to that. Probably a steampunk chest? Yeah, we got extras of those. Throw down a chest in the crafting room, and we'll come back to the crafting area after we go kill some fucking aliens. Because I need more platforms. Okay. Let's see, we're using a bow currently. Our easiest way to get down there is unbind our spawn. Which I don't love doing, but it is what I'm doing. I need a probe, actually, before I leave. We just need to unbind our spawn. And then we need to go trigger an alien invasion. Should be relatively easy to do. We just go find a flying island. There we go. And we just hang out here killing bad guys until the enemy decides to throw Martians at us. Excuse me while I play a bullet hell simulator. Eventually a wyvern will spawn. We'll be upset by a wyvern. That's fine. And then we'll kill the wyvern. And then we'll get a Martian to spawn in, hopefully, at some point. We must alert the Martians and not kill the probe too quickly. We really need just an item that summons the aliens, because having to wait for a probe is really annoying. Like, you know what you should be able to do? You should be able to capture the probe in a bug net. That'd be really funny. And then if you just release the probe, it automatically summons the aliens. It'd make the most sense in my brain, at least, as to how to do it. Actually, you know what? If we hang out above the spaceship, that'll cause alien probes to show up. Because that's, like, proper space. And the enemies do appear over here as well. Like, that does happen on a regular basis, even with the peace candle. They still show up far too much. Like, we hang out around up here, near the orb. If we ponder our orbs, the Martians will come to us. And then we'll kill the Martians and take their fucking conduits. All of this for metal. There are peace candles in here, but that's okay. There we go. Now we're getting enemies. Because, I mean, even with a peace candle, we get lots of enemies here. And this way we have a wyvern banner. We're killing wyverns. There we go. red already. Thank you. Goodbye. And Martians. Down to spawn we go. Right, I forgot I gotta actually keep this thing revved up. Gotta rev this thing up like a chain gun. There's fucking testing towers over here. I fucking hate these things. Give me your conduits. I presume I already have the banner for the Martian Walker over here. Yeah, I do. Apparently there was a mothership somewhere around here, I think. Because I thought I saw a health bar up here, but maybe I was wrong. You know, melee is probably better for fighting the Martians than ranged. Because they have better guns than I do. They have guns that have infinite range, and I don't. Namely, the Tesla turrets. Like, the fact that they constantly outrange you with those goddamn Tesla turrets is so annoying to me. No, I'm kind of okay with it if a spaceship never shows up, because it'll just kill me. Because it's bullshit. I thought those were enemies, but those were my own things. Ow. Lasers. What is killing me? Oh, electricity. I hate how much fucking damage these fucking things do. It is legendary mode, though. No, shit. Okay. Look, I just want your conduits, okay? I don't even care about your giant spaceship. I just want your conduits. That was some bullshit right there. Just think of it, boop, and you died. I mean, it is called a death ray, to be fair. It's not called a fair ray. Life ray. It's called a death ray. Technically, I can't actually survive it if I'm at full health when I get hit by it. I can survive one hit from it. Oh, they're dead. I was very confused for a second there. I was like, are they dead? Like, I missed the fucking message. I was just like, what happened? What happened? Well, Brain, when all the enemies stop showing up, it means you probably killed them all. I just gotta fly around and get all the goddamn conduits. Also, I absolutely, like, disappeared with money. Fuck them. Oh well. Whatever. Alright. Back to base. Which I have to go the long way, but, you know, whatever. How much conduit I got out of that? 287. That's barely enough. Arguably, I probably should go find more aliens and fight them again. Give me more conduit, you bastards. That's all I want from you bastards is conduit. I don't know why it's such a difficult thing for you to give me your conduits. Just gonna shower the area in arrows. So that happens. Wyvern shows up and just gets eradicated by arrows falling on its head. Arrows keep falling on your head, and soon you'll be very, very dead. Someone bring me some fucking Martians, so I can steal their conduits. That doesn't rhyme, but whatever. Hi. It's very, very rare to find them just unfolding in front of you like that. I wanted its gold. I don't know why I wanted its gold. I have plenty of gold. Waste not, want not, I suppose. Honestly, this is very effective for just murdering everything on the screen. It appears on the screen, it gets killed by me or gets killed by, my, Stardust cells. You know, I suppose the dragon would actually be the better solution to fighting the Martians than the Stardust cells. But it is what it is. Hey, Martian probe. Hey, go trigger me another invasion, please. Go. Go. Go forth and bring me your masters, so that I might smite them with great efficiency. Could you fuck off? So that I might smite them with great efficiency. I need to, real quick, trigger all my buffs. Specifically the Stardust Cell one. And then to the arena. Honestly, the problem with this event is that there's so many random projectiles that I pretty much can't avoid all of them. It's just an insane number of random projectiles. Like, I'll get lucky and dodge a few here and there from the ninja gear, but that's about it. The problem is I also have so many projectiles flying out of my face that it's hard to tell for me. Like, it gets lost in the minutia of whose projectiles are whose. Does that make sense? Although I'm not gonna lie, flying directly into his cutlets is not exactly smart. Fucking turrets. There aren't even engineers down here, just turrets. I actually don't want spaceships because it doesn't drop conduit blocks. Whereas the random Martians do drop conduit blocks. So I definitely specifically want Martians, not their spaceships. I wonder which ones of them drop the most conduit blocks. Oh, that's another thing. I wonder if fighting them in hell actually is a bad thing, because it's diluting the pool with fire blocks. I wonder if that's something I should look out for. Is there a fucking turret on my spawn platform? I swear I got shot from above there. There's absolutely a shot coming from above somewhere. Fuck you. Get off that. Get down from there. Who do you think you are, young man? Did I just get meleeed by a gun? Feelings. As I was arguing, means I should just let myself die to the Martian saucer, I'm gonna be honest. Fuck you picking up my platinum, I saw that. Ugh. I wonder how many times I've had to fight the Martians just to work on my goddamn base. Okay, we're at 568 Martian conduit. That's probably enough for a while. I'm gonna trash all the random... Did not see that coming. Nope. Didn't see that one at all, actually. Well, easy come, easy go as far as that platinum is concerned. Because I'm pretty sure the chest just bounced off. Yep, that mimic fucking bounced on out of here with that platinum coin. Well, shit. Anyway, as I was doing, I should check for make sure there's no well, that's some gold back, I guess. Okay, I think I've got everything. God fucking slimes. Alright, that's everything I can get from that. I'm gonna call that good for Martians, because I don't want to fight any more goddamn aliens. I am not, in fact, Will Smith. Okay. First of all, let's head down to the Martian chest and fucking just stack. So much of that went in there. We don't need more pants. We really, really do not need more of these. I guess I could sell these. Are they actually worth money at all? Princess, you have a shop. They are technically worth a gold each. Sure, why not? Another brain scrambler I don't need. Martian drone banner I apparently don't have in here. Engineer banner I don't have in here apparently. Or a walker banner. God, why do the Martians get so many fucking enemies? Good lord. Martian saucer relic I don't have in here. That's okay, we can put that in there now. Shows how many of those Martian saucers I've killed. Ash grass seeds I do not need. Wow, souls of flight aren't worth shit. They're worth 2 silver apiece. That's fucking nothing. A random philosopher's stone, brain scrambler. How much is that worth? 5 gold? That's not bad. Oh, Gigazapper banners. Should have space for those. Yep. I've only killed 400 or so Gigazappers, so... You know, having a banner for it makes sense. Shell. Goodie bags. I don't have any interest in opening goodie bags at the moment. We'll look up under, I think, loot boxes are over here somewhere. Loot bags. There we go. I probably could have just pressed quick stack. Now I think about that for 2 seconds. Being a quick stack. There we go. Get those souls out of my inventory. How many souls of flight are we up to? I'm curious. 1,580. We have almost made souls of flight as we do souls of light and souls of night. Good God. Like they're in the same category, which is insanity. Okay. Back to engineering. Now that I have all the Martian conduit blocks, which I'm gonna move them out of fucking storage because I just stacked them away. Spaceship blocks. Spaceship. You know what? I wouldn't be against doing like a banner. For each of the themed chests, we should do like a banner or two above them that are representative of the biome that they come from. So let's go take a gander at it real quick, and we'll place down all the different things. Now that we have our, I forgot the silver walls. God damn it. I need silver blocks for this too. Block 6 is metal. Let's just grab a whole bunch of these. I don't think I need 800 of them, but you know, let's grab a bunch of them for the sake of building our spaceship. And remember that our platforms are painted white, which means you need to paint sprayer on. I'm just going to place this down for the moment. It's not going to live there forever. Just because I need to make some silver brick walls, because that's going to drive me insane. There we go. It's a shame that all the different metal blocks don't have platforms. Like, I can't make silver block platforms. I understand why. That's unnecessary bloat. But I kind of want them. You know? Just because they exist. Or in theory should exist. There we go. Separate this out into 2 separate levels. And we'll do a nice big chunky staircase right here in the middle. It's not really the middle, but it's directly in line with the chest. That's fine. We have enough space to pick up the chest. No one saw anything. It's fine. Anyway. Let's start in the top right corner? Top right corner. Why not? Let's kind of place them like in the order you would find them in a normal world. So workbench obviously is first because it's what you craft. We'll do all the crafting, all the ones you craft like in this corner. Also, I love the idea of doing them like up as well, like using the space like verticality as well. You know. Mind you, we can fly, but everyone else would, like, walk around up here, you know? Actually, I don't think that works. Oh, it does work in the corner. That's fine. Okay. Let's do... The glass kiln is also crafted, so that technically should be up here as well. Turn the paint sprayer off. This would be the... This is the crafting corner, so we'll put the Martian workbench up here and the steampunker workbench up here. We'll put these on like opposite sides. Makes sense in my brain. And then we'll put the heavy workbench up here and the loom. These all can go up here. And then I think in its own like little place of honor, like a little tiny shelf essentially all for itself. We'll put the sawmill. Because the sawmill is probably the most used furniture crafting item in the entire game. It is... Like, unless you strictly stick to a single theme, the sawmill is used for so much. I think that makes sense. Okay. The extractinator would be arguably the next one after that, and then the glass kiln. So we'll put those two over here by themselves. We'll give them a nice free space here. The glass kiln will go right up here above the extractinator. Perfect. And that gives me space on either side of it for banners. And let's bring up a staircase for it. I realize it's not painted. That's okay. We can do that by hand. Let's say we're not painting the walls, so that's easily done. There we go. Get the glass kiln up there. Let's see, what's next? Probably not the bone welder. That's probably, not last, because the steampunk boiler probably should be last, because that's actually... Technically, the Lazard furnace should be the last thing? Technically? Because we're not putting the, what's its bucket in here? You know what? The solidifier should go, like, right here as well. Just because the solidifier, I feel like, is another one you run into relatively early on, you know? Ice machine is also an easy early find. Sky mill, depending on your world, I think you'd find probably after the ice machine. So we'll do up a... right here. We'll do an ice machine. Give it space on either side of it, and we're already running out of furnace, or out of platforms. We'll make some more. Once again, we'll give it a platform, a staircase going down. Really just kind of matching our style here, it looks like. Do we want... Yeah, that's fine, actually, the way that is right there. Alright. Let's see. Honey dispenser would probably be next up after the... Actually, I love the idea of doing this. And putting the honey dispenser up here with the ice machine. And we can drop in... The meat grinder is specifically for flesh and lesion blocks, which... That's corruption and crimson. That's pretty early on. Take me a drink there, my apologies. I'm trying to think where else I can put some stuff up here. I could do this I could do this instead of a staircase. I could do this as a ladder, which would certainly make it. Oh, this is, you know, staff in my inventory. Sky Mill is arguably next. The Blend-O-Matic is hard mode, so that's out. Like all of these. The Flesh Cloning Vat is also from the Steampunker, so that would not work either. And the Decay Chamber is based off of that. All of this shit is hard mode. The Sky Mill is early. I think the Lazard Furnace is the last one. I think here's what we do. We take this and we make this into a step case instead. A step case? A step case. What the fuck is a step case? A ladder. And then we put the... Where'd it go? In my hotbar. Sky Mill can go right there. And then we'll drop in a... We'll drop in some banners here. Ooh, I need space for the solidifier to have another banner on it. Which I guess would just be a different slime banner. It has to be a 2-wide ladder. This needs to move over. Okay, I've got space there, 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 and a space there. Perfect. Okay. Let's paint all of the ladder. We can also actually bring this over from here as well. And we can bring it down one to match up with that one. It definitely makes this room look a little bit more complicated, which is nice. And then we can add the big ladder down, or the big staircase down, and we can add the bone welder in here. The bone welder, I think, should be, like, right up here with these ones. So, like, right here. That's 4, right? No, that's 3. Well, actually, that gives me space for the banner. That's perfect. Bone welder goes right here, leaving space for a banner on either side. I do love the idea of it gets its own shelf, because it's the bone welder. It's cool. It looks cool, that's for sure, certain. It's only got that fucking ultra goth aesthetic. Oh, I thought I actually painted that part white. Turns out it just is that color. The meat grinder probably should go somewhere around here as well. Go. Then we'll come down to the bottom floor here. We'll put the flesh cloning vat and the decay chamber next to each other. Yeah, honestly, I think they should... There's not really anything they share, though, is there? I could put, like, a steampunk banner between them. Or just, like, an evil banner. That's fine. We'll get rid of this. I want to bring in some, fluorescent lighting in here, if I can. At some point. This is considered a mushroom rock. Yeah, it is. Okay. That's where these guys are. The mechanical bosses give us the ability to get the Blendomatic, as well as the meat grinder, I believe. No, the meat grinder is for the steampunker. So then we have that, steampunk boiler, and then finally the chlorophyte extractor in the bottom corner here, and then the lizard furnace I will put up here as well. Like, lizard furnace can be right here. Fucking smart curse sometimes is a curse. Lizard furnace. Certainly one big ugly motherfucker. And then we can do banners across all of these things. So let's go through them one at a time. Obviously we have all the forest banners. That should be... God, what should we even put in the forest banners? Forest banners. Green slime. I'm thinking green slime and blue slime for the solidifier, because they're the ones that are going to be, you know, the ones that you get most often out of the slimes. I could put a king slime relic behind it, actually. Is there space for a king slime relic? I don't think there is. But it is technically a crafting station you get from a boss directly. There is not space for a king slime relic. Could try and make space for a king slime relic. Is it the only crafting station you get from a boss? Hold on, is it? Because that might be special enough to warrant getting a different place, you know? Like, putting it lower down. The Bone Welder doesn't come from Skeletron, does it? It comes from the dungeon. Like, yeah, you have to kill Skeletron to get into the dungeon, but you can also kill the Dungeon Guardian to get into the dungeon. And the King Slime drops the solidifier directly. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's the only one that is dropped directly by a boss. The Honey Dispenser. The Honey Dispenser is also dropped by the Queen Bee. I think. I'm pretty sure it is, because there's no hive chest or anything like that in the world. But do you get the Honey Dispenser from jungle chests, or do you get it from the Queen Bee? Hang on, I gotta go check real quick. Hang on. Hang on. I still have it up. Give me a second. Oh yeah, and a table and chair and a teapot. I put a teapot in the other place. Oh, a living loom. We still need to go find a living loom. We don't have one. Honey dispenser. Crafting is used to craft honey. Ivy chest, underground jungle. It can also be purchased from the steampunker in the jungle. Wow. So no, the solidifier is the only one that drops from a boss. Huh. What about the lizard furnace? Actually, no, we already knew that. It comes from the dungeon. It does not come from the golem. Huh. What about the bone welder? I'm just gonna double check that, but I'm pretty sure it comes from the dungeon, not Skeletron. Bone welder can be found in the dungeon inside gold lock chest. Is also sold by the steampunker when in the graveyard. Apparently, the steampunker sells all the crafting stations. Apparently, if you put her in the right biome. Good to know. Yeah. That's it. Because I know the decay chamber and flesh cloning vat are from the steampunker. Glass kiln you make. The ice machines found in the biome. The living loom is found inside sky trees. Living loom is found inside living trees. Sky mill is found. Oh, my apologies. I think I made myself in time. I had to sneeze. Yeah. I think, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. The solidifier gets a special place because it's the only one dropped by a boss. Which actually gives me a nice place to put right here in the center. Of... 2... 1 solidifier. That's the same amount of space. Hiss. Hiss, hiss, hiss. Yeah, because relics are 3 blocks tall. And that's 2. Makes that look slightly more interesting, I suppose. And we'll drop a relic on either side of it. We should have extras in the King Slime chest. We don't. Well, we can get some. I don't think the King Slime's gonna live very long against us if we summon him directly. Should be a relatively easy kill if we summon the King Slime, I'm gonna be honest. If we die to the King Slime... Oh, hang on, boss trophies. I forgot that it's on the chest. King Slime relic. Never mind. Part of me still wants to summon the King Slime, though, just to come up. Is it 4 tall? It fucking is. Son of a bitch! God damn it. Well, hang on. I could put 2 King Slime relics next to it instead of banners. Actually, hang on. Banners are... We could put a 3rd banner there. What other banners are involved with King Slime? I do have enough King Slime relics to do 2. What other... I mean, obviously, like... I mean, jungle slimes are pretty common. Red slimes are pretty common early on. I highly doubt we have enough kills for a rainbow slime, luminant slime, purple slime. Yeah, let me hit up the bestiary real quick. Slime. The shimmer slime, the rainbow slime, Slimer. The spiked blue slime doesn't even show up in here because it's specifically part of the King Slime. Dungeon slime is an interesting one. We've only killed 26 of them. What about the rainbow slime? Where is he? Right here. 24. Yeah, the problem is finding more of him to kill is quite difficult. Mother slime, black slime, those are big ones. You know, the mother slime is one that we very much see a lot, isn't it? 208 Pinky. We could put Pinky. I don't have a Pinky banner though. Yeah, 301 green slimes, 700 blue slimes, 53. Let's go bust on the one we've seen the most after that. No, slimes on. We're 17 red slimes. We've seen more red slimes than we have green slimes. Interesting. 676. I'm not gonna count toxic sludge. They're not like proper slimes. I don't think of them as slimes, you know? Like, I know they are, but meh. That's 487 baby slimes, 203 slimes, 3 shimmer slimes. We don't even have their stats yet. We've killed so few of them. 208 mother slimes, ice slimes, sand slimes. We've barely killed. Spike jungle slimes, normal jungle slimes, dungeon slimes, lava slimes. In this world, lava slimes are our green slimes. That's why we've seen so many of them. Slimelings. You know what? Yeah, let's go with a lava slime banner. Oh no, because I'm using lava slime banners for the fucking beds. They look weird if I place down more lava slime banners. Actually, do I even have any lava slime banners left? I've used so many of them. I've used so many lava slime banners that I don't have any left. That's hilarious. Okay. Red slime. We found out red slimes apparently we've killed fucking hundreds of. So, red slimes it is. And then the relics on either side of it. One relic, 2 relic. It looks so ridiculous. I kind of love it. We need to hammer that into a normal platform. Thank you. Go. There we go. All the platforms are white now. Let's see. What else do we need? Reaper, if you could please, fade away just for a moment. I'd like to see how much light is in here naturally. Basically fucking nothing. Yeah, it's just the relics giving off light right now. Actually, no, the relics just reflect light. It's like the Lizard... occasionally, we get like a feedback effect from the two relics and the Lizard Furnace giving off light occasionally. As well as the Glass Kiln gives off light, and that's it. It's just the Glass Kiln and the Lizard Furnace. And the Lizard Furnace is not constant, but it does occasionally trigger a feedback. So, we need some lights in here, obviously. I do love that the relics give off like a feedback loop sometimes, which is kind of neat off of each other. Either way. Okay. I can't make banners give off light. I always forget the truffle is fucking bioluminescent. Let's think for a minute. The normal ones. The Glass Kiln, I don't like. The craftable banner. Craftable ones. Zombies? Dandelions? I haven't seen any dandelions. I'm pretty damn sure I don't have a dandelion banner. Have we even seen a dandelion? We have, in fact, seen 2 dandelions in this playthrough. Bunnies? A bunny banner? I don't think you can get a bunny banner. I'm gonna put that out there. We filter by biome. Surface. Flying fish, umbrella slimes. I mean, slimes are definitely... I was actually thinking goblins, actually, earlier. Because they're, like, a proper surface enemy. And honestly, they're one of the really only ones out there, as far as surface enemies go, that aren't slimes. You can see a few slimes involved here, including the king slime, which is hilarious to me. Now, if we had guide banners, that's a different story. Oh, he'd be in the goblin chest, most likely. Goblinos. Goblin peon archer. We don't actually have a goblin scout banner, do we? How many scouts have we seen, now that I think about it? Probably not many. 81. We should have a goblin banner somewhere. Oh, the question is where? Where do we have a goblin banner? Let's go with the zombie. Because that's going to be one that is just it just doesn't make sense. Hellbat, Corruptor, Chimera. The problem is I only have 1 banner from him, which means it's probably placed somewhere. So who fucking knows where that could be? It might be at spawn, actually. Ravens are technically a surface enemy, and in this world, they do spawn on their own, so... I guess? Sure, why not? And by that, I meant they spawn outside of Halloween, is what I meant to say. Alright, ice biome and bee biomes. That's easy. I mean... There's no bee biome, but obviously we just do 2 hornet banners, because fucking bees! Let's see, we just gotta find the hornet banners. I'm sure we have several in here somewhere. If not, I can go find some. That's easily done. Jungle bat banner? Let's do a jungle bat banner and a hornet banner. There we go. Because we only have the 1 spare, actually, which is hilarious to me. Okay, and then the sky mill. That's obviously gotta be a harpy banner. Should have 1 in here somewhere. There they are. I say I have several. We can just do 2 harpy banners for that, actually. Because I think we only have the 1 wyvern banner. I don't think we have 2 of those. And it's currently in use. I'm sorry. Oh, we have the surface filter on still. There we go. I was like, why can I not spell wyvern? 135 wyvern banners. We should have a second banner somewhere. I don't know where it is, though, is the problem. It's not in here, I'm pretty sure. Unless someone happens to see a wyvern and call it out. Unicorn banner. Moss hornet banner is tempting, actually, to put next to the thing. Skeleton banner, slimer banner, snake banner. No idea where the other wyvern banner might be. Anyway, okay. Either way, that's fine. These, we can just do 2 harpy banners for the sky mill, because fucking harpies. Next up was the other one. Honey dispenser, ice machine. That's what it was. Have we actually even seen like ice slimes and shit like that? I don't think we really have. I'm gonna be honest. It's not like we really hung out in the ice biome very much. I could just paint a slime banner blue and just say it's fucking ice slime banner. Yeah, I don't really have anything for that. We'll bring a herpling banner along with for us for the crimson. We'll bring an angry bones banner. Obviously 2 lizard banners. Whooshy ladybug. Really? That's a thing we have? Rusty armored bones. I'm just surprised at how few banners we actually have. But I guess most of them are in use somewhere. They're not. We don't really hold on to them for much. Not really on purpose, at least. Acre Sticker Hellbat banner. Corruptor Chimera. Let's go with a floaty gross for the other crimson one. Where's the crimson banner? There it is. I could put a black recluse in there because I don't know why, actually. Just because. Just because we can. Yeah, I don't have any ice biome enemies. I don't have any ice biome enemies. Let's start this bestiary real quick. For underground snow and there's actually biomes we've yet to see because they simply do not exist in this world. Oh, we could use snowmans for it. Snowmans? Snowmans! Brain. Corrupt ice. Yeah, there's no normal ice biome here, actually, now that I think about it. Or no, snow biome was right there. There we go. Okay, anyway, why are they listed here? Oh, because their favorite biome is the snow. Okay. Yeah, never seen these. I've killed 77 of these, which means there is one somewhere in existence. I don't have a frozen zombie banner at all. I have only seen 12 wolves. I've only seen 38 spike slimes. I haven't seen enough of these to actually get a banner from any of them. The Armored Viking, maybe? But I have no idea where I would get it, where his banner is. Ice Bat, no idea where his banner is. Ice Elemental, haven't seen enough of them. Ice Mimics don't drop banners, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put a Deerclops Relic in there. Okay, that's, interesting. Alright. Oh, that just gets rid of... brain. Anyway. Like, crash into the wall. Okay, let's place down some things, shall we? We have, for the Crimson, which that belongs over here. I need more Martian banner. God damn it, I'm out of platforms again. It's fucking time. It is fucking universe, I swear to God. I really should just put these in my fucking piggy bank at this point. I need space here for banners. Doesn't that work? Yeah, it does. Floaty Gross. And Herpling. Are you the same merchant? No, you are a different merchant, actually. I don't need any of these things. But thank you, though. Harpy banner. That goes up here with the Sky Mill. The bees. I don't have anything for the ice biome. That's really funny. I have literally nothing for the ice biome. The Lizard Furnace, obviously. Actually, that works for the Chlorophyte one, too, actually, now I think about it, because the Chlorophyte area is also in the jungle. And Lizard is in the jungle. The Bone Welder. Angry Bones banner. And Rusty Armored Bones. Perfect. That's actually perfect right there. Who else do we have? The Meat Grinder. Yeah, the Meat Grinder. What do we have for the Meat Grinder and the Corruption? We got lots of Corruption shit. Okay, let's see. Meat Grinder and Corruption. I'm sure we've got, like, some Devourer banners or some bullshit. Oh, there's the Armored Viking banner. I can at least put him there, I guess. That's something. Eater of Souls, and do I have one for Corruptor? Not Corruptor. What's the other guy that spawns in the pre-hard mode Corruption? I know his name. Devourer. That's the guy. That's the fucking dude. I don't think I do. I don't think I have a Devourer banner. It's probably in the Corruption somewhere. Tell you what, we can go get it then. Because I'm not exactly afraid of the Corruption. Let me put it that way. Should probably not die. Oh yeah, of course, there's all the banners here too. Resist Armor, Crimson Mimic, Hollow Mimic, Mini Star Cell, Tripler, Tim. We should put the Tim banner somewhere just because it's funny. Let's see. Corruption is this, and this, and here we are, the Corruption. This is also a B area. We're immediately attacked by jungle enemies. I love it's like, this is the Corruption, we're immediately attacked by jungle enemies. Of course it is. Do we have the Devourer banner in effect? We do. Somewhere in here is the Devourer banner. I think that's him right there. Boop. See you later, suckers. Shit. Oh, well, I guess while we're here. Lava Slime. Yeah, there's one over there. Yeah, I was figured if there was Goblin Scout banner anywhere, it'd be here. Because this is technically our Goblin Arena as well. And I was just wondering if you'd also be here, but he's not. Unfortunate. Let's get the hell out of here. And fix my spawn point this time. And we'll throw up the Devourer and the Eater of Souls banner. And then we'll throw up the Armored Viking for the Ice Machine. The single banner we have for the Ice Machine. That's crazy. Meat Grinder, we still don't really have an appropriate thing for that. Just because we don't have, like, a meat banner. That's not really an enemy. There's no meat enemy in the game. I mean, I guess the closest thing are some of the Crimson enemies, let's be honest. We have a banner's 3 chests. Is there anything in here? I didn't even realize this was here. Airplane, Desert Spirit, and Jellyfish. No. And none of these enemies really scream steampunk to me either, for that matter. Could do Omega for the, steampunk. The Granite Golem kind of looks like energy cores. What if we paint the Granite Golem, banner yellow? Hang on. Paint. What does this look like painted yellow? Hey, that's not bad. That'll work. Oh, I need more yellow paint. Alright, now don't fuck up the placement of this thing. I fucked it up. Should be right there. I need 3 more yellow paint. I really don't think... I can't think of anything to do with the meat banner. Maybe... Actually, you know what? What if I paint, like... No, because a slime banner painted red will look like a lava slime banner. Or a red slime banner. I'm really thinking, like, what would you grind up for meat? It's like just 3 ghost banners next to it. Actually, I kind of like that idea. Put a ghost banner next to the meat grinder. It's kind of an interesting idea. Or alternatively, an enemy that we grind for, like the granite golem or the meteor heads. One that we've killed just hundreds of. Just the absolute most of we've killed. Is there a way to... Is there a filter for that in the bestiary? Like, number of enemies we've killed? No, it doesn't look like it. It's a shame. It'd be cool if there was a way to filter it by number of enemies killed of that type. Yeah, no, there isn't. That's unfortunate. Because I'd love to see just like... Oh yeah, you've killed 8 billion of this enemy, so it's like at the top, you know? I've not seen many of these guys. Trying to think. Like, what enemy even would make sense to be in the meat grinder area, you know? Like, what could we put there for the meat grinder? A skeleton. Perfect. There's actually only a few enemies we haven't seen, which is kind of surprising to me. They're really low numbers, which means they're probably like surface enemies and shit that don't spawn in legendary mode. Or at least not in GetFixedBoi, I should say. Also, can I just say, I cannot wait for custom worlds where you can just assign whatever you want in this game. Because I want half of the features of GetFixedBoi, but not the world inversion. Like, I want that, you know? Or the fucking, like, where the entire surface is corruption/crimson. But I do want both corruption and crimson in a world. That's so cool. Having both is legitimately cool. I think probably the enemy we've killed the most of is probably the granite golem, if I'm being honest. Like, either him or the meteor head are going to be the only two that are even close. Because, like, pixies, we've killed, like, 21 banners worth, but, like, that's nothing compared to 100. Like, pixies, we've killed 2,300 pixies. That's a lot. 5,600. Meteor heads. 4,100. I think meteor heads and granite golems are the ones that make most sense. The problem is, granite golems are in use for the steampunker, so I think we should probably use the meteor heads as, like, the grinder enemy. Does that make sense? To be fair, oh, you know one of the reasons I have so few pixie banners here is because they're all in the goddamn hollow. Although, I have a lot of zombie banners here, and I know I've placed a lot of zombie banners. How many zombies have I killed? The problem is there's so many different types of zombies. I don't feel like adding all these up. And these don't drop normal zombie banners. These guys do. But I haven't killed enough of them. Just meh. Meteor heads it is. For the meat grinder. So make sure the paint sprayer is not on so I don't waste the yellow paint. And then yellow paint is at top. And where's the paintbrush? Boom, 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 boom. Yellow paint for the... That. Perfect. I think that's pretty much everyone decorated out. I guess I could throw some desert ones in front of the extractinator. Like, do we even have vulture banners? Like, have we ever encountered a vulture? Yes, we have, apparently. 12 of them. Because they're only normal desert. They don't spawn in corrupted and crimson deserts. Which means we're just never going to see them. Not on this fucking planet. I think that's probably good enough. Also, zombies are already up here, so that's fine by me. Alright. That's fine. I think I'm okay with that layout. Let's get some lights in there. Why am I looking in boss items? That's not where that belongs. Desert torches, jungle torches. I don't want to use torches in there, you know? I mean, crystal ones do look cool. Martians fit the theme of the room just being a generic room. Alternatively, we could go with fluorescent lights. The gem spark blocks do give off light. Not a lot, but they do give off light. So we could go with gem spark blocks, which is somewhere around here. I don't know where exactly, but they're somewhere. They're in here.
Here's the thing. The gem spark block only affects what type of light it gives off.
The color is controlled by us, because we can paint them any color we want. But I believe even, like, a painted purple one will give off, like, purple light, I think. We can test that. Let's paint one. Fucking brown. I'm sure it's not going to give off brown light. Yeah, it's clearly giving off purple light. Here, if we grapple that, that should get rid of the light that we're giving off. Does my hook give off light? There we go. Yeah, it's giving off purple light. And if we paint this fucking thing brown, it's not going to give off brown light. Yeah, no, it gives off purple light still. Okay. What I thought. So that means we probably want to go with, like, a mix or diamond. Just straight up diamond ones, which we don't have any available at the moment. We have to go make some. Oh no, I'd have to go make some blocks. Gem spark blocks are glass and gemstones, which means I need glass. I'm gonna go with 40 of these. 2 crafts worth should be enough. So how many diamonds do I have on hand? 20. Not a lot, actually. Amber might actually look okay there, too. Let's go with diamond ones. Actually, you know what? Let's do something real quick. Let's make sure I don't have diamond gemspark blocks somewhere else. Alright, I gotta put them in here so they'll stack. I thought that was the diamond. It was the Martian conduit. Nope. They're definitely in here. Okay. Wonderful. Give me those platforms back. Fuck you, they're mine. Anyway, let's break out the actuator rod, which should be somewhere. It'd be under the tools checks, I presume. That's somewhere. This is consumables. Tools, but not tools. Nope. Where is the actuator? I honestly don't know. Mechanical? I feel like it should be in here, but it's not. This is obviously, like, for placing stuff. Like, placeable mechanical stuff. I don't know where the actuator rod is. Well, that's fine. Whatever, I'll just do it manually. I normally do. I don't want the blocks to be collidable, you know? So let's go ahead and get out of this so that I can see how much light these are giving off. Not very much. They really don't give off a lot of light. For being so fucking expensive, they barely give off light. I'll actuate all these at once. Is there any way to make these look more like wall lights or anything like that? God damn you, smart person. You know, if I do that, it does make them way smaller. I do that for the wall ones to make it look like they're... I mean, alternatively, we do something like this. this. I think I like that. That's fine with me, actually. You know, it's funny, the relics are putting off more light than the fucking gemspark blocks, because the gemspark blocks are technically the source of the light. It's all white light, which is kind of neat. I think that's probably pretty good for the moment. We could put, actually, we could put some more over here. Put another wall light over here. And we can put one here. Above the heavy workbench. I think I like the idea of these ones up here being bigger. Like, some of them can be big, some of them can be small, you know, that's fine with me. And then we just need to actuate them, which is going to be a massive pain in the ass, but it is what it is. We also can give it a switch, too. We'll give it a green wire for the actuation. Go. Get rid of that, and I just need to connect all of these together now. Doesn't need to be efficient, it just needs to be connected. Not like I have a shortage of wire anywhere. Hey, can I borrow a switch? Thanks. Alright, all those are actuated. Yes, all of them are actuated. Let's go ahead and remove all of that. Actually, let's just remove the actuators. I still want to be able to turn them on and off, right? So we can just leave the wiring intact. And you know what? The crafting room being a mess of wires honestly makes sense in my brain. And then we'll just add in more green wire to bring us to a switch by the door. We'll do one on each door. And hey, I'd like to borrow 2 big switches. No, wrong ones. Oh well. I have them now. Lever. And lever down here. And one of the things I've always liked in real life is having light switches that glow. Let's go grab some illuminant coating. What, 8? Should be 8. We need for this. There we go. Now our light switches glow in the dark, so they're always visible. And then we can use them to turn the lights on and off in here, which actually will eventually make it darker once the relics stop doing that. The relics give off so much fucking light. It's actually wonderful for our, like, existence. And let's go ahead and turn the paint sprayer on, because we got some balls to put back that I fucking destroyed while I was mining out. Or while I was, carving the lights. Carving the lights. That's technically accurate, which is the concerning thing. Where were the rest of these? Nope, that's crimcane. We want those there. There's one. There's one missing still somewhere. Somewhere in here is a missing wall. Oh, hang on. That we don't need. Anyone see the missing wall? I would assume it would be behind one of these light fixtures. One would assume that. One would be wrong, apparently. That's crimcane again. Did we just have an extra silver brick wall in our inventory? I find that highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Either way, that is a good amount of light for that. Is it behind one of the crafting chambers, maybe? I really don't know where this fucking wall came from. Really don't know. Well, who knows? Not me, apparently. Alright, well, I think that's a good layout of that room. It's a fucking mess, and I love it. It's very busy, and I kind of love it. Because, I mean, like, crafting furniture and shit is hectic as fucking Terraria. Because you're always missing something, you know? So I love the idea of this room being hectic as hell. I quite like this room. And I think we're gonna call that a wrap for this Terraria Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. As we finished up one more thing on our list. Let's go ahead and mark it off the list. And next episode we'll come back for the crafting room overhaul. Witness second bar, lower hallway, crafting room overhaul. I have to copy all this down real quick. Onto a new sign. Because we can only remove certain things at a time. Because editing signs sucks buckets in fucking Terraria. Dang it. Lower hallway, Christmas tree, wooden aesthetic, and bar. Christmas tree will be the last thing to do with this. Christmas tree. It'll be the... Why did I space that? Christmas tree. Lower hallway. Bar overhaul. Then let's go ahead and edit this to remove crafting room overhaul. We'll put the bar down here. Bar overhaul. Wood. On this list so that can be removed. Perfect. Okay, we're getting close to being done. Secondary engineering. That is secondary engineering. We're done. Secondary engineering is done. Oh, did I just undo crafting room overhaul? No. Crafting room overhaul is still intact because that is our main room. This is what I mean by the crafting room. This is secondary engineering. So that is done now. Wunderbar. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, I have been in the videos. This has been Terraria Tuesday. It's been nice to actually do some Terraria. Do some building. Unfortunately, we had to fight fucking aliens in the middle of it, but, you know, that is what it is. It's pretty much par for the course as far as this game is concerned. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I have been DevVideos. I'll be back in about an hour with Terraform Craft. I think we're doing Terraform Craft today. I haven't heard no, but I also haven't heard yes today. Or yet. Interesting. Anyway, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been DevVideos, and I hope you have a pleasant morning, afternoon, evening, and good night.